So as the CDC considers revising its COVID guidelines when it comes to isolation, there are reports that show the dangers of long COVID and the benefits of getting vaccinated.
Mike Emanuel has more from Washington.
COVID hospitalizations are still increasing nationwide as the winter drags on, but that's not stopping the CDC from thinking about making a change to its isolation guidelines. The agency reportedly considering telling people to use symptoms rather than COVID tests to determine when to end isolation, advice not sitting well with some health officials.
It's a reasonable thing not to change while we're in the middle of a winter season when we know that there's a lot of the virus going around.
But the possible change also comes as some states are reporting an uptick in long COVID cases. A CDC report earlier this month showed vaccine boosters are the best way to avoid lingering COVID symptoms, but only about a third of Americans have rolled up their sleeves for the latest shot. Some lawmakers on Capitol Hill blaming federal health officials for what they call misleading statements on vaccines.
Staying up to date on COVID-19 vaccines is an effective and safe way to prevent severe illness.
When you say safe and effective, that's relative in your mind, but it's not to the person at home. They hear 100% safe and 100% effective.
But the CDC and FDA still insist vaccines are the best way to stay healthy if you get COVID-19.
Though they may not provide perfect protection, vaccines can often prevent the most serious consequences of disease, including hospitalization and death.
The CDC says people who got the updated booster this past fall had 54% more protection against severe COVID symptoms. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox 32, Chicago.